Hi, Namaste. Welcome to this edition. I'm going to talk about the Prime Minister National Relief Fund, which is in the news because of the Nepal earthquake. Prime Minister has made the appeal to the people to contribute generously into the fund. So you might have heard of many of the funds related to Government of India, and those funds are different funds. Number one, you might have heard of the Consolidated Fund of India. Consolidated Fund. This comes in Article 266(1) of the Constitution of India. The other one you would have heard of is the Public Accounts. Public Accounts. This comes into the article. This is Article 266(2) of the Constitution of India. And certainly you would have heard of the Contingency Fund. Contingency Fund. These three funds are, this comes under Article 267 if you have gone through the Constitution of India. Now, these funds are different from what the Prime Minister National Relief Fund is, because these funds are related to the revenue of the government and its expenditure. These are under the purview of the Parliament and the President. As you may be knowing, all the income goes to the Consolidated Fund of India. And now, what is the function of public accounts? All public money. It means if the PF money of yours goes into an account, that goes into the public accounts. If your insurance amount, whatever insurance you have, some part of it goes to the public accounts. And contingency fund is for if there is any emergency for the Government of India and it had not been already allowed by the Parliament, then the money is being withdrawn from the contingency fund. Now, Prime Minister Relief Fund is different from all these. This is a type of an NGO. PM National Relief Fund is type of an NGO. You can consider this is registered as a trust, and any trust can have its own PAN card number. It can have its own account numbers, and the contributions made to the trust are being exempted from the tax purpose. Those who are making the contributions can ask for the complete tax exemption of that specific amount. So this is a voluntary contribution based fund. This fund is for the immediate relief. The families of those who are being killed or affected in the natural calamities, let's say flood, cyclone, earthquake, not restricted to these. It can be anything. Now there is a tragedy in Nepal and Bihar, so this fund would be used for all these purposes. Even for the medical treatment, sometimes you would have read in the newspaper that the kidney transplantation help was given by the Prime Minister. That comes from the Prime Minister Relief Fund. So the fund consists of entirely contributions from the public. Contributions from the public, right? It does not consist any budgetary support. Parliament or the finance minister in budget, you will not hear that this much money had been given to the Prime Minister Relief Fund. Never. So anything is accepted in the fund. Individual contributions, institutions contributions, anyone can make the contributions, but the public sector undertakings, the balance sheet of the public sector undertakings, and the from the budgetary support, these two things cannot make the contribution in a Prime Minister Relief Fund. Just to know. Now, what is the status of the fund right now? It has almost 2,338 crore right now at the end of March 2015. The fresh contributions were 750 crores. This shows the expenditure. So last year 423 crores was the expenditure, 750 crores was the fresh contribution. So whatever remaining amount was there, it was added to the earlier amount, and this became 2,338 crore. So you see there is an accumulated amount here, and this accumulated amount is being invested let's say in the fixed deposit with the bank, and whatever interest is being earned, whatever refunds from the relief work which had already been taken, so these comes back and forms the part of the total balance. So right now this is 2338, all-time high. Last year it was 2011, and you can look back, it was 1700, 1600, then 1600 crores. Then it was stable at 1600 crore for 4 years from 2008 to 11, but it had increased significantly, and this increase is because of the extra donations, not the lack of the expenditure. You see the expenditure is also all-time high. That's what it is. Let's move to the next slide. As I've already mentioned, that this is 100% exempted from the taxable income, section 80G of the Income Tax Act. And the permanent account number, no need to remember, this is the permanent account number. If Prime Minister Relief Fund wants to make the rail ticket, they will have to produce this as the PAN account. Alright, what about the account numbers of the banks? Right, once you have the permanent account number, PAN card, you can get any number of account numbers with any bank. So Prime Minister Relief Fund is having various accounts with various banks. You can go to the bank and you can ask them that you want to contribute to the Prime Minister Relief Fund, and they will provide you with the account number and a challan. You pay the amount, and then you will get the final receipt with a letter possibly from the Prime Minister office. So again, I request you to go and make the payment generously to the Prime Minister Relief Fund. Any bank you can go. Now, what is the National Defence Fund? If you have any idea, you can write in the comment box. You can follow us. I will make a separate video on the National Defence Fund. Thank you very much. Subscribe and connect on Twitter. Hope to see you there. Keep on learning. Have fun. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. And you like on if you do like, please like us on Facebook. Bye bye.